At last.
Mystery Steam Reviews is the part of the PC Gaming Weekspot where I, Colm Ahern, and he, Matthew Castle, test the knowledge of one another via Steam reviews that are a mystery.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn there.
Right. I was like, Matthew's building up to say something profound here.
No, I was yawning. I'm that excited by the promise of Mystery Steam.
The rules are as follows. Both I and Matthew bring 3 Steam reviews to the MSR arena, but we omit the name of the game associated with each review. Our opponent must correctly guess the game attached to each review. One correct answer equals 1 point. While both of us have 90 seconds on each MSR, we both also have help in the form of 3 lifelines. These can be used at any stage during battle and also pause the 90-second timer. Each lifeline can be used once and once only, and they are as follows. Question, where the hot seat haver gets to ask a yes or no question. Second opinion, where a second review is given to the warm chair sitter. And genre, where the genre of the game is revealed to the one with the warm arse. Now, this week, as always, we gave you the choice, dear listener, dear viewer. What did you want us to cover on Mystery Steam Reviews? What did you want the theme to be? And you chose games set in either New York or on Mars. Which, of course, for long-time Mystery Steam Reviews listeners and watchers will know, an ongoing thing here in Mystery Steam Reviews. So now we can put it to bed. What games are set in New York and what games are set on Mars? The games chosen had to have more than 5 minutes in New York or Mars. There needed to be the entirety of the games don't have to be on New York or Mars, but a considerable portion.
Enough that when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, the Mars bit.
So Matthew, here is your very first Mystery Steam review.
Yeah.
The game is so pretentious and annoying. I hate its stupid comic book art style, just use cutscenes. Also, the protagonist's face is definitely messed up. That's why the game is famous. Just for that one fact of the funny face. The gunplay is bad, and you can't sprint. I would not recommend buying because the game sucks. And that's from Face Punch Steve. It is, it's not recommended. It's meant to say not recommended.
Not recommended.
3.0 hours on record, 2.7 hours at time of review. Matthew, your time starts now.
Man, there's a lot to unpack there. The game is pretentious and annoying, but it's got comic book style. The protagonist's face is definitely messed up. That feels key. So it's like a really strange looking character. And that's why the game's famous. Because it's got a weird looking character. Just for that one fact of the funny face. A game with a funny faced character that is pretentious and also has a comic book style. Well, pretentious is only in the head of the reviewer, and most reviewers are idiots on Steam. I think we've come to that conclusion. That isn't salt, that's a fact. New York with a funny face. I'm in New York. I got a funny face. Who am I?
Jason Sudeikis is the funny-faced man in New York.
I know what it is. Stop the clock.
Oh, all right. We're stopping at 18.
It's Max Payne.
Well, I've stopped the clock. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's my final answer. Is that how it works? I've forgotten. It's been so long.
Well, normally you just say the name of the game, then I ask you is that your final answer?
Right.
But that's fine. That's fine.
He's a funny-faced man.
So, a lot to unpack, as you mentioned, with that Mystery Steam review. But you did unpack it. You were like, okay, well, this is either New York or Mars. You can have honed in on New York. You recognised there's a funny-faced character in this. You didn't mention much about the sprinting or the gunplay, but it was mainly the funny face. You ended up on Max Payne, because indeed, Max Payne does have a funny face. But is Max Payne this funny-faced man? Matthew, I can tell you that the correct answer is Max Payne.
Your best Max Payne face?
Matthew, could I have my first mystery Steam review, please?
Good spooky fun. Having to swap between the weapon and the torch really makes the game quite tense, says P Garlic 0. They recommend it, with 13.3 hours on record.
Okay, time starts now. Okay. This is a tricky one. And the reason I say that is because this is obviously Doom. And Doom 3, I think, was the one that introduced, famously, because it was much maligned, was the one that introduced you having to swap between your gun and your torch. But I don't know if Doom 3, if you can buy Doom 3 individually on Steam. And I don't know if you go back that far. There's kind of an unwritten, well, maybe you would. And also, so my Doom knowledge, in-game knowledge, not great. So I'm not sure. When did Doom Guy go to New York? When did Doom Guy go to Mars? Right, the best thing I can do is a question and is to ask a year. So let me just work out in my own head. I'm not going to... I need to work out... When did Doom... So do I need to use the question or do I take a punt on one of the Dooms? No, I'm going to pause the timer at 10 seconds. Matthew,
this is bold. This is bold.
My question to you, I mean, I hope it's Doom. My question to you is, was this game released in the last 2 years? How many letters are in Doom Eternal?
This was not released in the last 2 years.
Okay. 10 seconds left on the clock. Pressing play now. In that case, I think I'm going to say Doom.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Which
Doom? 2016.
It's the name of the game. It technically covers 2 games, because they're both called Doom. So you get 2 for the price of 1. But is it the right answer?
I might have
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that is my final answer. Yeah, and I have a feeling I probably should have just day one just said Doom 3 final answer, Chris.
So, identified this Doom series famously set on Mars with a torch and a gun that you switch between. Now, you correctly identified that as a mechanic in Doom 3. But is this what this review is referring to? The correct answer is Doom 3.
Oh, Jesus. What an asshole. Why did I not just say Doom 3?
You had it. You knew it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's right. That's perfect logic. You were 100% right. That is exactly the avenue to go down with this. And yet you took yourself out of it.
Matthew, here is your second Mystery Steam review. The first and the best of the series. Strong gameplay and story helps drive this game forward. For me personally, I enjoy the grind towards the end game, rather than the end game itself. And that's from Renegade. It is recommended 268.7 hours on record. Your time starts now.
Interesting. The grind towards... You see, Endgame puts me in the mind of games as services. It makes me think Tom Clancy's The Division, which is a game which has definitely tripped me up on Mystery Steam reviews in the past. Let me get the genre of this.
Oh, okay. We're going to pause the timer at 108 and give Matthew the genre. So the genre of this video game is as follows: an online-only action role-playing video game. An online-only action role-playing video game. Your timer 108 restarts now.
Ooh. I mean, that sounds like The Division. Oh, wait. Could be Destiny, because Destiny's on Mars. There's two. Oh my god. What's the genre again?
An online-only action role-playing video game.
I mean, that's kind of The Division and Destiny. Second opinion.
Oh, okay, we're going to pause the timer. 32 seconds. As Matthew uses second opinion. The second opinion of this game is as follows. I wanted to love this game. I really did. The game isn't a horrible game, but it isn't the first-class open-world MMORPG shooter it sold itself as. I'll simply end up forgetting it. Ultimately, the problem with the game is that I feel no need to return to it. I'm not hooked into the story, and while the world they built is extraordinary, the content within it is ultimately unappealing. I don't want to go hunting for weapon parts or rummaging through areas to find a new jacket for my character. I simply feel no need to return.
Oh, that could still be Destiny.
Your timer restarts now.
Oh, why can't he be like, oh, and I saw a taxi, and then I'm like, Division, or whoa, a moon rock, and then I'm like, Destiny. Wait, was Destiny 1 even on PC? Destiny 2 was Destiny 1. I don't know that Destiny 1 was. I think this is going to be Division. This is Tom Clancy's The Division.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So straight off, recognise, right, okay, well, the review mentions it's the best in the series or whatever it was, and it's the first. And, talking about it as if it's the genre, an online-only action role-playing game. But then you were like, is this The Division or is it Destiny? You've ended up on Tom Clancy's The Division. And I can tell you, Matthew, that the correct answer is Tom Clancy's The Division. Good deduction skills and working out there. Matthew, could I have my second Mystery Steam review, please?
The true story of one man's struggle against bad guitar controls as he attempts to win back his ex-girlfriend. Also, hilarious sex scenes. And weirdly out-of-place basketball destruction, that should be destruction, of one of your co-workers. That's from Propeller Gator. They do not recommend this game with 8.2 hours on record.
Time starts now. Fahrenheit.
What about it?
Final answer.
Bold. Is that your final answer?
Bad guitar controls, sex scenes, basketball. I think her detective partner. Yeah, they're Fahrenheit. Final answer.
Are you sure that's your final answer? You've still got a minute left to guess.
No, because I talked myself out of Doom 3 and I'm not going to do it again, Chris. So, yeah, Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So, you went straight in there? Yeah, it's Fahrenheit. yeah. Yep. No point. Not a lot of drama in that one because you knew it. Makes my job quite hard as a hype master.
Matthew, your final Mystery Steam review is as follows. Turned on the apartment stereo and the game crashed. But that's okay. I get that way too when I hear Theory of a Deadman. 10 out of 10. And that's from 80s_jacket. It is recommended, and genuinely, this isn't a typo, with 0.0 hours on record.
God. Was fucked, whatever it was.
Not sure how that happened, but it did. Matthew, your time starts now.
I turned on the apartment stereo and the game crashed. Okay, that could be any number of things. What the hell is Theory of a Deadman?
No. Because... Like, see, I see that review and it clicks with me straight away, but I'm going to be fair... Because I'm not I am going to pause the timer at 1 minute and 3 seconds, and I am going to give you a freebie second opinion. Because I don't know. But yeah, I'll give you a freebie. So the second opinion of this game is just a mess. The controls and camera are horrible, and for a game remastered recently, the graphics are so dated. But the worst part of the game are the QTEs, which make up more than half of the game. The story was all over the place, borrowing certain scenes heavily from The Matrix and Silence of the Lambs. Plot holes are plenty, and the ending is highly rushed. I'm going to restart the timer now. Because, like, the Theory of a Deadman thing really twigs with me, but I appreciate if it doesn't with you.
So it was something that was remastered recently. Something that was remastered. What was remastered that's set on New... It sounds like New York, but the only remaster I could think of is fucking Remastered. The Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered.
You also have your question.
Did that have quick time events? It doesn't sound like The Matrix. That doesn't sound like that. There was a... Are the Saints Row games set in New York? They're set in a city that's like New York. There was one of the... There's the one which is like The Matrix. It's the... It's like...
Less than 10 seconds if you want to ask a question.
Fucking Saints Row 4. I can't remember its subtitle. Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4? Okay.
I think they remaster a lot of those games. It's set in a city that's like New York, and you do go into the It's set in a Matrix-y.
So, the review mentioned about going into your apartment and playing Theory of a Deadman, or whatever it was.
Oh, that could be. It's got like a licensed soundtrack.
Theory of a Deadman, of course, yes, do have a number of songs in this video game. But I felt that review mightn't kind of twig something with you, so I gave you a freebie second opinion, which mentioned that the game had been remastered recently. Said the worst parts of the game are QTEs, which make up more than half the game.
Oh shit, that's not Saints Row, is it? Said
the story is all over the place, borrowing certain scenes heavily from The Matrix and Silence of the Lambs.
This is also Fahrenheit, isn't it?
Matthew, you said Saints Row 4. I can tell you that the correct answer is Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, yeah, of course it is. I didn't hear the QTE bit. I was stuck on the remastered. Did they remaster Fahrenheit?
They did, yeah.
Oh.
I
mean, yay! Oh, nice! That's a great review! Thank you for being generous with that clue. I hope I get better luck next time.
We're all having good fun. Matthew, could I have my final Mystery Steam review, please?
There's something inherently compelling about the overblown premise that sends you hurtling through a nightmare blizzard towards absolute vengeance without letting go. It's almost enough to convince you that this is it. This is New York. This is all there is. Snow and blood and betrayal and corruption, says Ross. What?
Oh no! I just really this is New York. This is all there is: snow and blood and betrayal and corruption. From Ross.
Well, it's rather poetic. They recommend it with 6.5 hours. Oh my God.
Time starts now. Right, Ross. A Nightmare Bliss. Well, this is Tom Clancy. This is The Division as well, isn't it? Is this is all that's coming to my head is The Division. So it's set in New York. Nightmare Blizzard. Yeah. I'm going to pause the timer at 1:03. Matthew, could I have my second opinion, please?
This makes you feel like the Punisher from Marvel Comics. You are a one-man war machine out for revenge against the people who took your family away.
Restarting the timer now. Is this prototype? Why am I restarting the timer? I'm going to pause the timer again at 53 seconds. Matthew, I wish I had my question now. Matthew, could I have my genre, please? Which is surely open world. If this is prototype, open world action, maybe action adventure.
This is described as a Neo-Noir third-person shooter.
Oh, okay. 53 seconds, restarting the timer now. Shit, alright. It's not Prototype 2, you weren't playing that. Neo-Noir? What was it, sorry? Neo-Noir action...
Third-person shooter.
Neo-Noir games. I don't know, Remember Me? Would that be considered Neo-Noir? That's in Paris. Oh my god. Oh no, this is totally throwing me. Binary Domain? Is that considered Neo-Noir? Is that set in New York? Oh shit. Oh no! I can't think of anything! Oh, it's not Binary Domain because that's set in Japan, but Binary Domain?
Is that your final answer?
Oh, shit! Yeah, it is, Chris.
So you, thought I might be trying to get you with the old prototype in revenge for the infamous Marsgate?
This is Max Payne!
Oh no!
Why did I not know her? How did I not think of Max Payne?
Oh no, it's a classic. It's a classic example of picking a game and then pushing it from your mind, as I did with Dead Space 2 weeks ago. And you now do. The correct answer is Max Payne. Come on, the review was even written like one of the Max Payne things. I thought I was dead meat with this one because you picked Max Payne.
As I did with Fahrenheit. Well, I still ended up losing. Oh, Jesus. Why did I... Noir! for some reason, I focused on the Neo part, and I decided what are kind of new and futuristic. Shit. Congratulations, Matthew.
Listen, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. I don't mind either way. It's nice to win once in a while.
That's how the Mystery Steam Reviews cookie crumbles, as the old saying goes.
And it's a delicious cookie. It's sweet, not salty.
Delicious.